Joe Pyfer is ready for war. The moment he steps into the cage at UFC 316 against Kelvin Gastelum, it won't just be another fight, it'll be a declaration. For Pyfer, this isn't about rankings, headlines, or even redemption. It's personal, primal, and deeply calculated. He knows what people are saying. That Gastelum, a veteran of countless wars, will be too durable. That Pyfer still hasn't faced a dog like Kelvin. But that's the very narrative Joe intends to shatter. He isn't just stepping in to win, he's stepping in to make a statement that echoes through the middleweight division. Originally set for UFC Mexico City, the fight was scrapped at the last moment when Pyfer fell ill. That decision stung, not just because it cost him momentum, but because he feared the bout might not get rebooked. He feared he'd miss the chance to silence the doubters and finish a name that once stood on the cusp of UFC gold. But here they are again, rebooked for June 7, Newark. A rescheduled showdown that Pyfer calls a layup for his performance. Not because Gastelum is an easy fight, far from it, but because Pyfer has envisioned every possible outcome. Twice. In dreams, in training, in sleepless nights where he wrestled with the pressure, the anger, and the laser focus required to dismantle a veteran like Kelvin. There's no trash talk from Gastelum, and Pyfer respects that. There's no need for fake heat. But make no mistake, this is not friendly. Pyfer isn't here to share respect. He's here to hurt. He's here to become the first man to knock Gastelum out cold. Because Gastelum has survived everyone. From Adesanya to Whitaker to Till, his chin has been tested by the best and held firm. But Pyfer believes it's time. He believes he's the one. And he's trained like it. Fought through fire like it. Suffered and starved and visualized every moment like it. Still, there's unfinished business from Mexico. Pyfer's harsh comments about the country caused waves. He called it a shish thole, and vowed never to return after falling sick twice. He didn't backtrack. He didn't apologize. He doubled down. Not out of hate for the people, he insists, but out of frustration with the environment, altitude, illness, and unnecessary risk. To him, it's about safety and logic. Why, he asks, would the UFC risk their athletes' health at that elevation, in that climate? Why would fighters knowingly compromise their peak condition for a spectacle in a setting that seems to derail even the best prepared? He points to others, Daniel Cormier, who also suffered stomach issues in Mexico and faced no backlash. But Pyfer, he was vilified, because he speaks without filters. Because he doesn't bend. Because his truth is raw, uncut, and sometimes unpleasant to hear. But now all that noise fades away. The focus shifts to Newark. To a night where Joe Pyfer plans to unleash months of bottled fury, discipline, and violent strategy. He's tired of dreaming about Kelvin's face. Tired of planning, replaying, rewinding every strike in his head. He's ready to fight. Gastelum represents the perfect test. A legend in durability. A former interim title challenger. A warrior who has been in some of the UFC's most brutal wars. But Pyfer believes that kind of history only sets up a greater fall. A bigger scalp. A louder arrival. Because Pyfer isn't content with just being a name on the roster. He wants to carve his path with knockouts, with moments people remember. And knocking out Kelvin Gastelum. That would be seismic. He knows what this fight means. To the division. To the fans. To the future. It's a crossroad bout, a rising prospect meeting a fading contender. But Pyfer doesn't just want to win the fight. He wants to change the conversation. He wants people to say, Joe Pyfer is the real deal. Not tomorrow. Not after a few more wins. Now. After this. After Kelvin. He's got every tool ready. He's sharpened every weapon. He's played this fight in his head 100 times and walked through fire to make sure the reality lives up to the vision. For Pyfer, this isn't just a step forward. It's a leap. A charge toward something greater. Toward rankings, toward title shots, toward undeniable status. June 7th will be a night of violence, calculated precision, and high stakes.